Hunt community, there are people better than you, and you'll die to them.
Which is the story game that everybody should play? How do you think these days is being a gamer is a cool stuff?
To be honest with you, the reason I got into streaming.
Welcome to Behind the Stream, the place where we hang out with streamers and talk about the real stuff that's going on behind that go live button. My guest today is TripleW, a name you should know if you are into good streams and great content. So, TripleW, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Can you please kick off things by starting introducing yourself and what's your content all about?
Yeah, I go by TripleW. That's my stream handle. Some people call me Trip, or my first name's Wade, so a lot of people call me Wade. But yeah, I have been doing content creation for, probably since about 2016 now, so we're working on 10 years.
Almost a decade, right?
Yeah. I mostly do live streams on Twitch and YouTube, but I also do long-form videos on YouTube, short-form videos on YouTube and TikTok, and of course, I'm pretty active on Twitter. But my content mostly focuses around Hunt Showdown.
How long you been playing Hunt Showdown?
I started playing it shortly after it came out in like 2018.
2018, 19, yeah.
Yeah, but it was very casual. I had a buddy who's like, I think I played a lot of Call of Duty type games, first person shooters. And my friend was like, hey, there's this new game, Hunt Showdown, out. I think you'd kind of like it. It's kind of got it's a first shooter vibe. And so I tried it and played it pretty casual. But around the Scrap Beak event, I really started to play it very heavily and stream it very heavily. So.
Okay then, before we get all that streaming stuff, and let's talk about your gaming origins. So, what was the first game that like completely pulled you into gaming?
I mean, if we're talking about, I'm kind of an older guy when it comes to this content creation gaming thing. I've been around for a while. The first game that I remember that ever really hooked me was when I was little. I had an Atari 2600 and played Pitfall on my Ataris. So was
that's
the first
good
thing
old times, isn't it?
Yeah. But more recently, anything first person shooter, I'll give a try. That's kind of my genre of kind of the games I like to play.
And during the years, like your taste shifted somewhere, like shooters, RPGs, strategies, or was it always shooting based kind of?
No, it wasn't always shooting based. When I played on consoles, I did a lot of, just kind of single player story mode type games. And then when I got my first computer that I did any gaming on, it was a Dell laptop, and I started with World of Warcraft. So, yeah, I played World of Warcraft for many years, was in some raiding guilds, that kind of thing. And, but eventually
so it's
I
not
switched
just
over.
shooters.
No, it's not just shooters.
All right. And you said you played Call of Duty, yeah? Was it COD?
Yeah.
In the beginning, before Hunt?
Yeah, before Hunt, I did a lot of streaming of...
was it casually or like competitive stuff?
Casually,
all right.
Yeah. Yep.
When you're speaking about story games, like, how do you think... I know which one I would say, like, which is the story game that everybody should play?
It's a really good question. I really believe that Red Dead Redemption 2 has one of the greatest stories of any video game.
Let's start about streaming journey, right? How it began. Oh, no, wait. Actually, I got a really good question. Like, and I got it because I couldn't answer it. Like, so I was in conversation with a person who never gamed, right? Never saw a stream, had no idea what's streaming. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about the streaming, and like, and she's like, what's streaming? And I'm like, well, somebody plays a game and other people watch it. And she's like, why other people watch somebody else playing? And I was like, because, so what's your answer? Like, why people watch others playing? Like, is there an answer?
I think there's an answer. I mean, I think there can be a lot of answers. I think one answer is we're all gamers, but we don't always have the time to game, right? Some of us are working, some of us are watching our kids, other things. So that watching somebody play a game that you're interested in fills that void of gaming at least a little bit. for a while.
Yeah, yeah, I get out of situation by saying just like, it's like football, you watch like, I was like Rainbow Six Siege, somebody plays compete, you just watch competitions, right? And I
Yeah.
was so glad she wasn't asking about, yeah, but why they play like story games, why they do RPGs, and I would know, I would be like, it's the bonding, it's the community, something like that. But yeah, that's the question I will ask everyone.
Yeah. No, that's a good
I wasn't
question.
planning to ask, yeah.
I don't think there's a right answer, but I think there's many right answers.
Yeah, it feels like so easy to understand for us gamers and people who watch streams, but like if you never played, done any gaming, never watch a stream, it's kind of like why people do that. Yeah,
Yep.
something like that. Okay, so you've been playing for hunch decade, right? No,
I've been
Hunt Showdown
streaming
like
for a
for
decade.
7 years, but
Yeah,
you
from
played
from the
games like
beginning.
for ages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, what about streaming? How you discovered streaming? Because when you started, there wasn't stream that popular, was it?
I started around not super. I mean, it was 2016. I would say, Twitch and live streaming was fairly popular. I had the same buddy that introduced me to Hunt Showdown.
You
He
got a
was
great friend.
yeah, yeah. Shout out Bent Discs. He still streams to this day, but yeah, he recommended he live streamed on Twitch, and I would go and
Ah,
watch his
that's good.
stream.
That's good if you start together, like two of you, right?
Yep.
Somebody discovers that, somebody that, and it's not like just you yourself on your own. That's really cool.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
He was just like, I think you would enjoy this. I think you'd be good at it. And so I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. And like
So
everything
you
else,
started like with collaboration, like stuff like that,
yeah,
and
we did a
streaming
lot of,
together.
yeah, we did some collabs and, but, yeah, I did some alone stuff too. A lot of times when people start streaming, it's when they can fit it in. Right. So
Actually, you got very like I realized when I was reading your Twitch bio, like you're not just a gamer. You got like really balanced lifestyle, husband, father, working, streaming, and veteran as well, right?
yeah, yep, that's correct. Yeah.
Damn, you got it all. Well done. Also very balanced.
I
It's
stay
not like
busy.
just a yeah, it's not like just some people got these stereotypes like it's just gaming, living in basement, stuff like that. You got it, like you sorted it out perfectly, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. No, I really enjoy when people go, "How do you have time to do all that?" I'm not really sure. I don't sleep.
That's really cool. And how was your first stream? Like with camera, without? You just like
Oh, it was with camera.
straight away first one.
Yeah, yeah. It was the first one I did with camera. I've never done a live stream without a camera.
Nice, because usually people like a bit afraid of the camera straight away, and they just like stream without camera. So you would say that like if you go in, then go properly straight away, camera, equipment, stuff like that, or just stream without camera if you want.
Yeah. I mean, you can do whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, because some people don't like to be on camera.
No, they don't like to be on camera. There's actually quite a few people. I've noticed a big trend lately is instead of a face cam having a camera on the mouse hand. I've got some friends that do that.
And also they are these animated avatars, something like that.
Yeah,
That connects, yeah, something like that.
I forget VTubers. Yep.
Yeah, VTubers, exactly. How did you choose your Twitch name?
My Twitch name is actually my initials, so my initials are WWW. So that's where that all
Your
came
initials, like I know it's Wayne. No, awesome. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
cool.
Yep.
And about streaming, did you expect to stay that long with it, or was it just like when you started, where you're like, yeah, this is I gonna do as much as I can with my busy lifestyle, or was it just like, I'll stream for a few months and then that's it?
I mean, when I first started out, I just kind of, to be honest with you, the reason I got into streaming, number one was my friend. He said, I think you'd be good at it. Number two, I love technology. I love computers. I love gaming computers. And I just like to push a computer as far as it can go. And as far as I knew.
What was the like biggest surprise like about streaming for you? Was it like, this is too easy, or it's actually harder than it looks, or like the biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise. I always, and my audience has heard me say this many times, I always compare streaming to driving a very crappy car. It could break down at any time.
Always something goes wrong, right?
Always
Always
something.
something goes
Yep.
wrong.
Yep.
That is a true story. That's really a true story.
So that was kind of a surprise to me. I thought once you got everything set up, you were pretty much good to
Yeah,
go.
just plug in, press live button, and
Yep.
just play a game and talk, and that's it, whatever. And beginnings, how were like was it like really easy to get viewers, or did you need to stream like few months with just 5, 6 streamers, viewers, something like that?
Yeah, so when I first started, I mean, it took me the better part of 2 years to be able to get affiliate. So, I started off, basically streaming to myself. My friends would pop in every once in a while, that type of thing. I may get up to
Yeah.
5 viewers sometimes, but I changed platforms quite a bit. So I started on Twitch. I moved from Twitch to Mixer. Uh,
Mixer. I
Yep.
know there's a Kick, but that's something new to me. Like,
Mixer isn't around anymore. It was Microsoft's streaming
oh, okay,
platform. Yeah,
okay,
so
then I don't know.
they shut it down. So then I went back to Twitch, and then after that, I went to Facebook and actually streamed for a while.
On Facebook.
And that's where I gained quite a bit of my audience. Was on Facebook between people that came in to see my stream, and I had a friend that was streaming on Facebook as well, and he had some people, and I was a moderator in his stream, so it kind of went back and forth. But
I actually never seen anyone streaming on Facebook, but
yeah,
I have seen Facebook Lives and stuff like that. But like, do you ever stream on TikTok?
I have not yet. So I write goals for myself every year, and one of my goals this year is to get everything set up to stream on TikTok. So
You ever thought about quitting? Like some hard moments, like this is not working, and like no point of this, and like if yes, then what kept you going?
yeah, in the beginning, I was so casual that I, it didn't really matter if I had one viewer or whatever. I would have loved to have more, but as I've started to gain more viewers, I've always told my viewers that as long as there's somebody around to watch me, I'll be hitting the go live. So, my community, my viewers that come every 3 days a week, every week, show up time after time. They're the ones that really keep me going. I have a hard time, even people that are streaming. You don't want to hit the live button every time. You don't feel
Yeah,
like
that
it
was
every
also
time.
my question. Like, what keeps you going? Like, if like
Yeah.
when you don't feel like streaming those days, right?
Yeah,
They are probably help you to get over it, and like, yeah, well,
yeah, they do. There's people. I've always said that my stream is a place. The world is very hard. The world sucks every once in a while, and if I can provide a place for people to go for 9 hours a week to forget things that are going on around them and just
enjoy the
some
time, feel the
Yep.
community, right? Awesome,
Yep.
yeah. And so, do you remember if the person still sticks around, or no, even if it doesn't? Like, do you remember your first viewer, like the one that always was in, like helping you,
yeah.
like helping you and stayed with you for a beginning, even if nobody was watching?
Sure, yeah. So my friend that got me into streaming, Ben, Bet Discs, he helped me out a lot when I started. My
That's
other
awesome.
friend that helped me when I was on Facebook, his name, we call him the Jet. His name's Jason. He streamed for a while, a very successful streamer. He ended up hanging up his microphone and focusing on other things in his life, but those two have been a real constant from the beginning.
Nice, awesome. Okay, so about your community, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your chat on your community? Like emoji people laughing a lot, or like hardcore streamers that expect from you like being really good and your skill? Like, how would you describe them?
My community is all over the gamut. I have people that are my age, that are family men that are going through life the same as I am. I have people that are way younger than me, 18, 20, 22 years old. So it's it's just all over the place. But what's nice is when everybody's in chat together. It's like it is a community. I mean, they really vibe together, and we don't have any drama, and it's a good time.
There must be some moments and there's a drama, like how you handled it. Is it like banned straight away, or like there must be
Um,
some? I believe in so many years, like some trolls or something never happened.
no, it's happened. I've for sure, in a game like Hunt Showdown. Sometimes people don't like the way you play. Sometimes people think, if you get off a crazy headshot or a wall bang, they think you're cheating and they want to come tell you about it. So I've had people, but very little. To be honest with you,
In Hunt, it doesn't happen that often. In other
nah.
games, it's much, 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 much more often.
Yeah.
And in Hunt, you got this kill view button, so you can see from where you've been shot, and it's like
Yeah. I
everybody
mean,
knows. Yeah.
another thing I do is I try not to put any of my stream information on my Hunt or my Steam account. So even if people go to look at that stuff, they don't know if I'm streaming or who I am or what it is. So I know a lot of people like to put that stuff on there, but I don't do it.
What role humor plays? Like humor, positivity. Like, does it play a big role in your streams?
I try to make it as funny as I can. I try to make it as positive as I can. People go through life and everybody has to, go through negative things. And like I
Yeah,
said,
I've
I
seen
try to
your
keep
TikToks,
that.
and it's always some
I try to keep
some funny
that kind
stuff.
of negativity out of that and keep it as positive I can. Can you keep positivity all the time while playing Hunt Showdown? Absolutely not. It's an infuriating game sometimes.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
try to,
most of the time, I would say.
yeah. But I try to keep it
Most
as
of the time.
positive I can. So yeah.
Yeah. So you're not that I don't know, 6-star raging guy, right? That upset about every time he dies, and
No, no.
you try to take it
I take
positively,
it the
right?
other way. Some people actually tell me sometimes I take it too far the other way. Whenever I die in Hunt Showdown, I always blame myself. I don't ever blame the person that I'm playing.
Oh, it's a log, right? Or
Yeah,
something like that.
I just feel like I can always play better. So when I get shot or whatever it is, well, I peaked too long or I did a bad rotation or whatever it was. I try to blame myself.
Okay, community wise, this everybody got Discord, right? Basically, like how big role that plays in like streaming? Because Discord is the thing that keeps your community alive outside the streams, isn't it?
I would say yes. I mean, it's a nice place. I have a Discord. It's fairly used, but I wouldn't. There's a lot more people that have Discords that are a lot more lively than mine.
What's other good place to hang out between your streams? Like, I think Discord is very.
Yep,
I don't have it, but like, seems like that's one of the best ways to keep a community together, isn't it?
it is. To keep my community together, I like to be in Discord. I like to be in my comments of my content. If somebody leaves a comment or I like to be able to respond to that as quick as possible, so they know that I'm paying attention to it, and I appreciate them watching the content. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, I spend a lot of time on there. But yeah, and I utilize all those platforms. I like to make sure one of the most important things that I think about streaming is to make sure that you have a schedule, that you post it everywhere you can so your community knows when you're going to be online and
I
stick to it.
believe that's one of good strengths of the Discord, isn't it? That you
Yeah.
can every time you go. Is Twitter actually popular? I'm not on Twitter. I have it, but I never go there. Like,
Um.
do you promote it there? Is it like
Yeah.
is it better than Discord or no?
I don't know if it's better. It's different than Discord.
In promoting, I mean in promoting.
In
No?
promoting, yeah, I when I post short form content, I post on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter.
Yeah.
And then for long form stuff, I always link it on Twitter so people can see it and go to it.
So, how do you think? What's the impact of that TikToks and YouTube Shorts? I think they're really good, aren't they? For
Yeah. Oh yeah.
discovering the streamers. Like, it wasn't there like years ago when you started, was it? There was no
No.
such option as like, unlike I think like for these streamers who start these days, that's one of the best things, like TikToks and YouTube Shorts. You just like cut the clip, put it on, and there's all the time. So advertisement, promotion,
Yeah, I mean
that's really good.
it's easier than ever to clip something that happens on stream and get it on YouTube, get it on TikTok, get it
Yeah,
on
just
Twitter.
open the TikTok, upload it, cut it, music background, and
Yep.
something cool, right? That's
Yep.
awesome. Like in older days, people just could dream about it, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, dream about it and
Okay.
think that if they stream 13 hours a day, that that's what's going to drive them. But unfortunately, on live streaming
Yeah.
platforms, there's no discoverability, so you've got to get stuff out in other ways. Yeah.
You said you also streamed on YouTube, right?
hmm I dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. Yep.
And well, I know YouTube is better because you can create content and it stays there forever, right? But
Yeah.
by streaming, I'm pretty sure Twitch will always win, isn't it? Like,
It depends.
because it's no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Twitch disappears, like, if Twitch disappears, I think everybody should double stream because
yeah.
definitely, if Twitch disappears or YouTube comes up with some great idea and everybody goes to YouTube, like there's no content on Twitch that somebody can go and watch, like tutorial stuff like that. So from that side, YouTube would be better.
Yeah, I mean, right now, YouTube definitely has a quality advantage. I mean, you can stream up to 4K on YouTube, as long as you can push it. So, yeah, so a lot of my viewers, I have viewers that are Twitch only, and I have viewers that prefer to watch me on YouTube because the quality is better, that kind of thing. So, it's just kind of a personal preference thing, but I do have some very loyal people that watch me, 3 times a week on YouTube, and that's where they prefer to watch me.
Oh, that's
So,
good. That's really good.
yep.
And when you stream, like these trends come and go, come and go. Like, do you follow the trends or you just stay with the original? Like there are these trends like viewers pick up your loadout, and there was trend that like no weapons run, naked run, right? And like, do you follow the trends or you just keep to your kind of own style?
I have channel point redeems where people can redeem things. Like I have one loadout called Kane is Able, and when somebody redeems that, I have to run the Kane skin, and I go in without a primary or secondary weapon, and the only weapons I have is a melee. Like I can bring like an axe or something, or
It's good for hyping up people or others, right? Viewers and stuff like that.
yeah,
So
people
it's
like
like a good thing.
we always have fun with it. When somebody redeems it, it's always entertaining, especially if you're able to kind of get other weapons and kind of progress and win a match when you just went in with almost nothing.
How about all the well, like I think like many people don't realize how big work is behind the stream, like editing, all
Yeah.
the edits in YouTube, all the everything basically, like choosing the thumbnail and stuff like that. Are you the guy that does it all yourself, or you manage to I don't know, hire someone, or you got someone who does it for you, or is it all yourself?
I do it all myself.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
crazy, Daisy. That is crazy. So you, like I said, you got it sorted out, like everything, like a husband, father, streamer, war veteran, like everything, right? That's really cool. That's
I
awesome.
find that finding a pattern on how you do things, a set way on how you do things.
You must be organized, really, right?
Oh, I don't know if I've never been called organized. I'm very, I guess maybe kind of when it comes to content creation, I set a goal. So I set a goal. I'm very far off this goal this year. I've been very busy with my family life, but I try to do 3 short form contents a week, and I try to do 12 long form videos a year. That's the goal I try to do.
What do you mean by short? Is it like TikTok, or is it like
TikTok
some
or
tutorial
YouTube
about
Shorts.
weapons? Oh, shorts, all right.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. And how do you think? What's the hardest part of promoting like, your? Because like it's so many options these days, right? And I think every gamer is kind of wannabe streamer. Maybe not every, but like all my friends definitely. But what's the hardest? What's the trickiest part? How do you think? Like to start? Is it the thing that nobody watches you or promoting?
Absolutely can be, very disheartening if you create a 15-minute YouTube video and you're like, man, this thing is so good. I did so good on this. The thumbnail looks great. And you upload it and you get 10 views, right? And 2 likes. That's disheartening, of course. I've learned that that's just part of it. You try to learn from it and you try to improve what you can. But staying
I
at it,
gave up.
yeah. I mean that it's very disheartening because you're like, dang, I just spent 3 hours doing this video, and I have nothing to show for it. So
Yeah,
it,
I got it. Happened to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
To everybody probably who's streaming and
Oh
creating
yeah,
content.
absolutely. Yep.
Okay. Uh, so for the first time, what advice would you give to someone like to go uh to go just to go and do it without camera, just start streaming, or wait till like buy the camera, buy all the equipment, and because I noticed that's a thing that holds many people down, like excuses. Oh, I don't have equipment, I don't want to stream, I don't have camera, I don't want to stream. So would you suggest like just go and stream, or buy equipment and then stream? Like,
I think you have to pick your starting spot. I started, like I said, with a camera, but it was a very, a $24 camera I got off of Amazon. I think that the best thing people can do is just start. Hit the go live button. Try to figure things out. If you got a camera, great. If you don't, work up to one. If you got, I didn't start off with a really nice microphone. I started off, with a $24 mic. I did what I could. And then as I went along, I was like, oh, I think I've got a little extra money. I'll upgrade this camera. I'll upgrade this thing. So I think the best thing is just to start.
okay, what about getting that affiliate Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it like I Google, I think yesterday, like, does it need just 50 followers? Wasn't it 1,000 all the time? Something like that?
No,
Did I get something wrong?
so they just changed it. Like this week, they changed it. I'm gonna forget. I believe the original when I did it was, I think, 100 followers, and then you had to average 3 viewers for a 28-day period or a month-long period, and then you had to stream. I think there was an hour. You had to stream so many hours too. Those were the 3 requirements.
I'm just wondering, like, 1,000 is like something like in my head, and I'm and I'm Googling like during the week, and I'm like, just 50 people to get affiliate? Like, that sounds strange, because I saw it's 1,000 and you put loads of work in, stream for a while and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
it's hard to do. I
yeah,
don't stream much, but I can't even get 50. Okay,
y-
so like I know
yeah.
I don't promote and stuff like that, and I do for TikTok it, but like anyway,
Hmm.
it's hard to do. Getting
Yeah,
1,000, that's hard.
it's very. Yeah, I just eclipsed the 1,000 mark at the end of last year. So getting 1,000 is, for a smaller streamer it's a great
Yeah.
milestone, but it's pretty. You got to put in a lot of hours for sure.
Also on your Twitch, it was said you um, hunt showdown partner something creation partner or
The creator program. So
yeah,
here,
scale program. So what is that?
yeah. So here, a couple years ago, Hunt Showdown started a creator program through the site called Lurk It. And it's a site many games go through to have to create what's called the creator program. So basically what you do is you got to meet the criteria of they've got a CCV number, and they've got a couple criteria for either Twitch or like YouTubing type of thing. And then once you meet the criteria, you get accepted into the program, and they do things like what the site Lurk It does is gives you missions. So let's say they'll say you need to stream 10 hours in this time period, and if you do that, you get 2 free DLC keys to Hunt Showdown that you give to your community, that kind of thing.
Ah,
So
so yeah, I never understood how does drop thing works, like when you're a streamer and they give you those drops and something like
oh
so.
yeah, this is a little
That's
bit different from drops, but it's
yeah, I
it,
just like that's like I never understood how they give you keys or stuff like that. So because I'm not, that's why I'm interviewing you and
yeah.
hopefully other streamers, so I will find out some stuff.
Yeah, well,
So
never be
yeah,
afraid to ask questions. So even,
exactly, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yep.
And there's option to hide viewers when you stream.
Hmm.
So how would you suggest for a new streamer, like hide it or just watch all the time that you get like two streamers,
Yeah,
like what would be more inspiring and heartbreaking? Like when you don't see it, you can think, oh, I got like 10 people, I talk with them and stuff like that. But when you see like for months, like you got just two viewers, it can be like
yeah,
heartbreaking, kind of.
yeah. No, I mean, I think I've never turned my viewer number off. I've always kept it there. But I don't say that I focus on it quite a bit. I would say nowadays I use it more as, oh, maybe I had a couple people drop off. Have I been talking enough? Have I been quiet? Have I been too focused on the game? So I think it's probably a per person thing. Some people are better just shutting it off and just doing their thing. I always leave
Yeah.
it on. So
Like, I think to progress in something, always you need some milestones, right? To achieve
hmm
something. Like, I think that viewer thing could be like, oh, I want to achieve 5 viewers, right? So that's your goal, and you achieve that, and yes, I did it. So it keeps you going. Next one is 10 viewers and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
otherwise, if you don't like if you're on 2 viewers like for half a year, it's kind of like something is not right, right? Like
yeah. I
there
mean,
are milestones like that. Like, how would you say what would be the first milestone to achieve that when you know that you're doing something right?
yeah. I mean, like I said, I always post goals every year in January in my Discord. I just put them up there for my whole community to see. Um, I do
That's good.
use
That's good strategy because you
yeah
know you need to. Everybody knows that, and you need to get it done. You
yeah.
can't be
It's
lazy.
Well, and you can't get to a lot of those milestones without your community helping you out, right? So when I was trying to push for the creator program for Hunt Showdown, I had to have average of 25 viewers. So putting that in my goals, and reminding my community that, hey, every time you turn the stream on, it helps me, even if you're not sitting there actively watching, if you're lurking, whatever it is, that kind of thing helps me. So um, yeah, just I'd say putting your goals down on paper. I mean, the first obvious goal is affiliate, right? I mean, there's a set criteria for Twitch affiliate that you have to get it, and that to me, that when I first started streaming, that was my first goal, was affiliate.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. And how do you think these days, like, how realistic it is to like become a streamer, kind of like, because competition is sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, it's always been like that one, then that top 1% makes it, something like that, right? Like, it's really small chance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Because
very small chance. It's
what would you say? What should be the main focus for a person who starts like I know it's probably consistency, don't give up, stuff like that. But like from experience, like what would you say? Like what would be the biggest focus?
Yeah, I mean, you have to figure out what you want out of it, right? Like, do you want to do it just after you get off work and have a couple beers and have fun with it? Then, you know, do whatever there. But um, when I started to get serious and I wanted to build my community, um, posting a consistent schedule and sticking to it was a big thing. Um, I always had a chat first mentality, community first mentality. There's a couple different types of streamers in my mind. There's somebody that's entertaining people because they're good at a video game, and
Yeah, like based on skills. Yeah.
yep, and then there's people that are entertaining because of their personality or something that's
Good
doing
with the
on stream.
show, right? You just
Right.
watch them like doesn't matter how they play, but all the
Yep.
like everything
Yep.
they do is funny, or how they dress is funny.
Yep.
Like there isn't the right formula, is it? It like
No.
different people, different approaches, different people enjoy different stuff. That
And
is, and
sometimes you
that's
have
good
to get
actually,
and
and
sometimes you have
that's
to get
really good.
lucky.
Also, yeah, but like to get lucky, you need to try every day, isn't it? Like
Yeah. I
to
mean,
do your
yeah.
best every day, because
Exactly.
when if luck approaches you and you are not doing your best, like it's like, yeah, nothing's not. You need to be ready, basically, right?
Yep. Well, and
So
I think one of the biggest things that I see is you have to be realistic with yourself on your content, how much effort you're putting into it.
yeah,
Um,
because everybody's like, damn, everybody's like putting lots of, and especially now when you got these AIs like ChatGPT, creating thumbnails is easier, like
mhm.
text easier, my like everything, even editing videos, we got these AI options, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, you need to work a lot because those people they work hard plus they use AI. So I think it's really not big chance to become a streamer, but it's still
Yeah.
possible, isn't it?
It's still possible.
Right?
Yeah. You need the drive, the motivation, and a little bit of luck.
Yeah,
And so,
resilience. Yeah, and like if you were starting now over again today in these days, what would you do differently? Like
oh, um, what would I do differently? I don't know if I'd do anything differently, to be honest with you. Uh, I'd probably stick with the same formula. You got to find something that works for you. Um, so, I don't. Are there some
no,
things along my content journey like, man, that video could have been a little bit better, or I could have put a little bit more effort into it, or maybe I should have done a little bit more research on how to do this cool effect, or something like that.
good point. Yes. Okay, let's do some fire questions, right? To
Okay.
finish off. Okay. So what's worse? Campers or teammates that loot dead bodies before reviving you? Because they're both
Oh, what
annoying,
was
isn't
the
it?
first one?
The campers, the guys who camp,
Oh, campers.
like
Gotcha.
enemy campers or your
Um,
teammates when they loot, instead of reviving you, they are next to your
I'd
body and
say
looting others.
campers. I'd say campers.
Campers, yeah.
I can forgive my teammates. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And even randoms, yeah?
Yeah, I'll even
Okay.
I mean, if they take it way too far, then
Like
maybe I could get
looting
frustrated.
everybody else in like bounty clash and then just coming to you, right?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
would be too much. Okay, then. If you could live in a video game world, which one that would be? I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
it's not
god.
Hunt, because loads of
Mm.
dying in Hunt.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be Hunt.
For me, Hunt.
I would probably say, oh man, probably World of Warcraft, I suppose.
That would be like, it is like a world, isn't it? You can
Yeah.
do everything. Like, I never played it, but it's okay. It's not the same as Elder Scrolls, but the idea is similar. You build, you do the dungeons, and you craft
Yeah.
the items, and so actually, it is as a real world, isn't it?
Yeah. I
But
mean, it's definitely a real world. Sometimes can be
yeah,
harsh, sometimes can be,
yeah.
rewarding, but
Hunt would definitely wouldn't be my choice to
no,
live
I
in
don't think.
Hunt
I
world.
mean, if I just was visiting, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
probably not Hunt.
or as an emulator, walk around and just like
Yeah,
flying
no
around.
thanks.
That would okay. And if you could stream just one game forever, would it be Hunt or something else? Like the only game you could stream.
I don't think I've found that game yet. I mean, right?
Really?
Yeah,
That was very harsh to Hunt, I
yeah.
believe.
No, right. I mean, right now it's Hunt. I mean, it's a game that's out. It's the game I have that's released. That's I'm passionate about.
Yeah, that is.
I am a partner for a new game coming out called The Bornless. We got a playtest
Boneless.
this
All right.
weekend. Yep. So that game's not released yet. It's in beta. It's going through the paces. So
Is it like also extraction shooter or something totally different?
it's basically an extraction shooter. There's other game modes to it as well, but it's it's got a little bit different component to it, to where you're not only just running around with guns trying to kill a boss. You can become a demon in the game and fight other
Oh,
players.
all
So
right.
it's
So
very
it's
cool.
okay. It's need you need to get into it to
Yeah.
understand it. Okay. So next one. Most most embarrassing moment on the stream?
Oh, most embarrassing
Starting
moment.
from, I don't know, like spilling
Okay.
coffee on you or something
Yeah.
else.
So I do have some. I don't know if it was embarrassing, but it was a thing.
Funny.
So I used to do if I used to do um if people subbed 5 subs, donated $5 or did $5 worth of bits, I'd do a pretzel in hot sauce. And I had a wheel that
In
would
hot sauce, like in chili sauce or something.
yeah, and I had a wheel that would I'd spin and I had varying levels of heat, hotter, mild or hot sauce. And one night I had a couple drinks on stream and got a little crazy, and I think I ended up drinking some of it straight out of the
Oh,
bottle.
that sauce.
Yeah, and I got a
That must be
stomach ache,
awesome.
and it took me out for like 10 minutes until I got some Pepto Bismol and some antacids. But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. I'd never really
Oh, not
gotten
embarrassing, but
sick
yeah,
on stream.
something to remember.
Oh yeah,
Maybe I said it wrongly. I won. Maybe it shouldn't be embarrassing. I was just like
it
the
was a little
coolest,
embarrassing to
most
me.
memorable. Yeah. What is your favorite? I mean, what is the snack or drink that always should be like when you stream, or that
Oh
always is around you? Like something that must
wow,
be.
good question. So I am normally drinking some kind of diet soda. So right now I have Diet Dr Pepper or Dr Pepper Zero. So I'm always drinking some kind of soda, and then
No snacks.
I
No
do have
snacks.
snacks. Yeah, I have. I eat these beef sticks that are called chomps. They're like
I know
very
what you mean. I know what you
clean.
mean.
Yeah. So yeah, I have
Okay.
those during stream. Yep.
Okay. And if your viewers could describe you in 3 words, what would they say?
Oh my gosh. Who knows?
Legendary, awesome, cool. What is
Oh
it?
my
What
god.
would they
I don't
say?
know.
Funny.
I don't know what they'd say.
Come on, like.
On time. They would say I'm on
Oh,
time.
that's good.
I'm try to be very on time, and if I'm not on time, I let people know that I'm not going to be on time. Uh Probably
Penalties.
loud. I would say I get a little loud on stream sometimes. I
Is it
just
rage loud or like just
no. I think
excited loud
it's
or?
just excited. I normally have music going and I have it turned up in my headphones, and I think it's I'm trying to talk over that. I don't know. They probably say I'm loud sometimes, and then
Yeah.
forgetful. I do forget things. Somebody will do a point redeem right as I'm loading into a game, and I always have to tell them, please remind me after the game because I will forget. So,
Yeah, well. Okay, so that's 3 words. That's fair enough, isn't it?
yeah.
You just mentioned music in your and that like about sound system in Hunt. Like, is there any other game? Like, you know what I mean? All the
Uh,
how can you hear all around like where the branches are, all the water, all the steps? Is there like I don't play many other games. Like, is there any other game like that with such a sound system?
I don't play a lot of other games either, to be honest with you, but no, that's
That
one of
was
the
one of the
things.
things that like I just
Yeah.
tried that and like well first of all the weapons like really weapons really like I got really attached to weapons because I like that shooting single rifles and stuff like that so it's not like run and gun stuff right
Right. Yeah.
and the sound system was like I would like to try the other game like that but I don't know any of them
No,
like
I
that
don't know of anything that's close to it. They
exactly
they have
and
their
I'm
problems,
wondering
but
why there isn't
I don't know. I don't know. People don't tend to. I mean, Hunt is very focused on sound. If you can't
a
recognize
lot
sounds, yeah. I
a
mean,
lot
I don't think a lot of games have focused on.
uh,
Now, there's a lot of new games coming out. We'll see. Maybe some of
Well,
them will
must
focus on.
be.
Yeah,
Like people, like I don't know, developers need to. They must see how it works. So
I
I
would
don't
think
know.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next one. Have you done anything like accidentally or said something on your stream that you instantly regretted? Like I don't know, not swearing words because yeah, it
Right.
happens. Swearing
I
words
swear all the
happen.
time.
Yeah, but something like I don't know,
um. I
responded to some text in anger or called them some names or something.
No. I mean, I think probably the biggest thing that I try to keep um my my private life private. You know, my
So you
location
got
and
that skill that you can separate gaming from real life,
yes,
yeah?
but there's been times that I've slipped up or almost slipped up on stream. You
Yeah.
know, not all the time anybody notices it, but there's been times that I'm just like I'm playing. I play a lot of Hunt with my friend Jet, and he's an IRL friend. Like I know him. I work at the same place as him, and
All
sometimes
right.
I'm live and we're just getting into conversations, and we start talking about work or we start talking about the city where we live and that kind of thing. And sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, you never know who's watching or what could happen. So,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense. That totally
So,
makes sense.
yeah, that's probably the type of thing that I've, you know, started to say and went, oh, probably need to not say
Yeah,
that
okay,
or
makes
say it a
sense.
different way.
Yeah. I think answer gonna be Hunt Showdown, but you said you played some other games before, so like, which game caused you the most emotional damage?
Oh, Hunt.
I would
Yeah.
say Hunt, but come on,
Oh,
is there
yeah.
anything else? Anything else now before?
I don't, I mean, back in the day, COD, of course, caused me emotional damage, you know, just like any shooter does. But no,
You ever
Hunt.
played Counter-Strike? You started as Counter-Strike, or
No,
you
I've never played Counter
doing?
Strike. Nope, never played it.
That's the game where you could hear like, not anymore, but in that's the game you could hear everything, who's like your mama stuff and everything
Yeah.
basically.
Oh
Basically,
yeah,
all these 14 years old or 14 years old kids like just like saying stuff that they shouldn't say.
yeah.
Good
No,
old days. Have
it's
you
Hunt for
noticed
sure.
that Hunt community is much like such things doesn't happen often, do they? Like,
No, I think the Hunt community is very unique. I mean, I don't think it's
yeah,
completely different than a lot of other gaming communities. What I really like Hunt, the community, I think, you know, where we've kind of met is on TikTok. I think the TikTok Hunt community is very strong. A lot of people helping people, a lot of people
actually
support people.
loads of new streamers in Hunt. It's like
Yep.
just growing and growing and growing. I remember I started TikTok, I think, like 2 3 years ago, and
Hmm.
I saw you there, and it was you and some other guys like coming up, right, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now it's like
Everybody. Yep.
many. Like, I don't
Yep.
know why, but well, I know why. Game is awesome. I know why, but
Yeah.
it just like
When I started
wasn't
TikTok,
expecting
there
that
wasn't
much.
a lot of people doing Hunt Showdown content on TikTok. Yeah, that you're exactly right. There wasn't very many. And then
Yeah,
here in the last
and
two
game
or
is
three
not that
years,
popular, but streamers are growing and
yeah,
growing. And the new event is coming, isn't it? This
yeah.
month, I believe.
Hopefully, yeah.
Awesome.
If they would ever announce a time or a date, yeah.
I can't wait for that map. Like, I'm having time off, kind of like,
Hmm.
but when the new map, old map comes back,
The
I'm
new
in.
old map, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. So that's fair enough. Okay, like, be honest on this one. Do
Hmm.
you ever blamed lag when it actually was your fault? Like, like you
Do I
missed
blame who?
something or lag, like ping, or it's a internet problem.
Oh, I mean, if like last night, I actually had an internet problem. I was waiting for a guy to. I was holding the corner, and I was waiting for him to come in my building. And as soon as he came around the corner, my ping went to 500. I had an internet blip, and I missed 3 shots with my shotgun. But um, I only, like I said before, I tend to blame myself a lot. So unless it's an actual glaring problem, like an actual ping spike or something, I don't normally blame too much of anything. I try to remain pretty positive. You know, a lot of people play games, and you know, if it doesn't work out their way, they immediately think somebody must be cheating.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
It's
in Hunt, it's like if you played Hunt, you know that you can be shot like through the wall, even accidentally. I got kills accidentally, like,
yeah.
and they probably, oh, he's cheating, and I shoot him like through the wall, and I didn't meant even to shoot him, and like, but
I'd
when
like
you
to
play Hunt, you understand, you get used to it.
I'd like to use your platform to say this. Hunt community, there are people better than you, and you'll die to
Oh,
them. It's just some people have the mindset that if they get killed in a video
the
game,
mindset,
there's
yes,
no
and
way it's
map
their
knowledge.
fault. So yeah,
Yeah. Do you think there are many cheaters in Hunt. Like I I approached just twice. I got like 5,000 hours. I think I approached just twice where I thought like this could be cheating.
I
But
try not to call cheating unless I definitely know it's cheating, and it's
no,
happened
that's what
to
I'm
me.
saying. I'm
Yep.
like I didn't even said they're cheating. I was like this on the edge of cheating, kind of.
You can
When
always be
shoots.
suspicious. Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
but like it's so rarely in this game. Like I like in other shooters that definitely happens, but I don't know how they control it, or I'm just lucky not facing cheaters, but it's very good. One more very big plus to Hunt Showdown.
yeah,
And the
absolutely.
question that I don't think like many gamers can answer, like how many times you said like one more game and then like 55 games later you kind of like oh my god it was more than one game like
Yeah, no, I think
loads
there's
and loads, right?
yeah, I think there's two things to that. There's definitely the game side of it where, oh, well, I want to end on a good one. So, I want to be off
Yeah,
now, but then you play for another hour. But for
finish with
streamers
a win.
also, I have been in a lot of positions where it's been, okay, I got 10 minutes left. That's when my stream end time, and then I get a raid, right? And when you get a
Ah, so
raid,
all the
that's
streamers, yes, makes
that's
sense,
always a
totally
chance
makes
to
sense.
grow, and
Yeah,
you don't want to be like, hey, I'm done.
exactly. You got the big viewers boost and you're like, ah, sorry
Yeah.
guys, bye bye.
So a lot of the times, if that happens, I'll be like, okay, I'll play a couple more games, and then it's way later than I want to. But I also told you at the beginning that the thing I sacrifice for content creation is sleep.
All right. Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah, everybody does that. Okay, that was the fire questions. Let's end on the subject like kind of debatable stuff. Like, how do you think these days is being a gamer is a cool stuff in school? Like when I grew up, I'm pretty old, right? Being a gamer was some like I don't know, not quite loser, but like some dark, not living in basement, but like doing nothing, can't do nothing, just gaming. So kind of loserish. Like, but how do you think these days? Is it cool or not yet?
I mean, I think so. I think the culture's changed a lot. I mean,
It is.
I'm
Yes,
probably
I'm
the
just like
example of that. I'm a 45-year-old guy, and I live in this world of video games and streaming, and
yes.
I pal around with people that are, I was playing with a guy in my stream team the other day, and he's 13 years younger than I am. So like, it's
Well, it connects different ages and different
yeah,
like it's global stuff, isn't it? Like, and the best feeling when you meet somebody in the real life that you played for like I had friends like I played for 5 years and stuff like that, and then you meet the guys and you're like, oh, awesome, isn't it?
yeah.
That's like,
No, it
and
keeps
they
me
even know
young.
more. And through the gaming, they know more about you than the people next to you that
Yeah,
living, right?
yeah,
Because
for
that's
sure.
one more part. There was yeah. So no, I was just asking because that lady who said who never gamed, right? And like, and she was like, "How? Why do you watch like somebody else streaming and they must be losers, something like that?" When and I was just wondering, these days it's different, isn't it? Like, you can proudly say I'm a gamer, right? Something like that. So
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
think you
pretty
gotta.
cool.
Yeah, I think you gotta do what you
Much
enjoy.
cooler than in old days, I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
Must
yeah. I
be.
mean, there's still gonna be that mindset of, oh, they're in their mom's basement, playing video
Yeah, there's
games, and
probably we will get rid of it one
yeah.
day, but like still going on. And the next one, like VR is cool as F, isn't it? It's really cool VR, but it hasn't taken over the like usual keyboard and mouse gaming. How do you think why? What's the reason?
I don't know exactly what the
Is it
reason
harder
is.
to make community there? Like maybe or
I think probably you're so immersed that it's very hard to, from a content creation. I don't even want to say a content from a streaming aspect. I'm a
oh you
streamer that
can't definitely you can't stream. Yes, that's that yeah, but
I
like
mean, I know
gaming
people
wise.
that stream VR stuff, and they go through the whole thing where they actually have chat in the VR and they can pay attention to it. But what I'm saying is, it immerses you so much in the game that even if you have that, it might be harder to kind of pay attention to chat and that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I've tried VR before, and wasn't it just wasn't my thing. So I don't know exactly how to. There are people that stream it, and there are people that are successful at it, but I just don't think it's quite as popular as regular mouse and keyboard for whatever reason. I don't know if I have a
Yeah,
good
for
one.
whatever reason. Okay. I think that's it. It was really nice talking to you. I find out more about you, and I hope the
Yeah.
viewers of like, especially your viewers, like they already know you, but like this will give them more effect.
Yeah.
And thanks to and some others will find that really good advice from you about streaming, and understand that it's not a 1 day process. It takes time. It takes dedication, like you said. And the guys who are guys and girls and everybody, people who make excuses, I don't have time, right? Stuff like that. You will be the best example. Like I went through many, like, I follow some streamers on TikTok, and I went through many guys, like, and I was like reading like what they do, and there was people, oh, I'm 19, I'm in college, I'm streaming, right? And like people after watching you that you can do all at once, they will this excuse that I don't know how it doesn't work, does it? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it
so
sounds harsh to say sometimes, but I do
yeah,
say
so
that.
thanks for, I would like to say from all community, thank you for being such an example that excuses doesn't work. You can do all the same, all in the same time.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, isn't it? So I'm really glad that you are my first. That was one of the main reasons I actually chose you, like just to, because I found it like really cool that you can do it all, no excuses. And
Well, I
actually,
appreciate that.
I really like the veteran stuff. I
Oh.
could talk about that as well, but
Yeah,
that's different
no.
subject.
Yeah, I mean,
That's really,
I really appreciate you having me on, and this was
yeah.
a great.
And I
This
will
was the
put
first
your
podcast I've ever been on, so thank you.
and this is the first one I'm making, so
Yeah.
let's see how it works. Okay, so where people can find you, is it like, is it the same TripleW on the same platforms, TikTok, YouTube?
It's a little variation, so it's triple W on Twitch,
I
and
will
then
I will put them in comments anyway, right? So
yeah,
I will put them in the description so everybody can find you,
yeah.
and yeah, I would suggest everybody who's watching, thanks for watching. That's TripleW. I go follow the guy. If you watch this, you'll see awesome streamer, great personality, and yeah, go and have a great blast.
All
Okay,
right.
thanks
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.